What up, what up, what up? It's your boy OG94 Venice, aka Venice, here with some more Dark Souls 3. Some masterpiece of a game. So I'm not sure if for this series, if I'm gonna do the introduction where I kind of greet you guys every time like I do with the other series. Only because this series is a little more kind of sped series. I just wanted to have this game in my arsenal, YouTube video wise. So that's why we're playing it. But yeah, I'm gonna take things slow enough that you can see things that you've possibly never seen before if you never played the game. Yeah, like I'm not gonna ruin the experience by rushing anything. I promise that. I just don't know if I'll necessarily do these big intro outros. But we'll see. I'm getting over a cold, so I've been having to clear my throat pretty often. I apologize about that in advance. Try to be professional. I know my voice and what comes out of my mouth is right in your ears, so I don't want you to have to hear unnecessary noises. But it would be even more... I didn't need to heal you. But it'd be pretty inconvenient for me to mute my mic every time I have to cough or clear my throat, especially if I'm playing something like this. Alright. Normally, you can throw... Let's go after you, let's go after you, let's go after you. So I'm gonna kill these dudes first so you can actually see this enemy a little better. Also, I was saying, there's barrels all over the place. They are actually explosive, so oh my gosh. So if you throw bombs at them, you can kill a bunch of enemies at one time. That's usually a good strategy. I'm sorry that I'm getting smacked up right now. I'm really just trying to kill these dudes so I can show you this more special enemy. I'm gonna die. And the reason I really want to show you them is... You're a pain in my butt. Not really, you're about to get clapped up. But okay, so... Like I was telling you before, this whole game is heavily inspired by Berserk. From seeing trees like this with things hanging. With bodies like corpses hanging. But also the enemies. So... This is like a direct inspiration from Father Moses, which is a huge character in Berserk, enemy. He's a priest, he's like literally insane, and just like massacres everybody. He's a heretic himself, pretends everyone else is, but he's really the bug out. Anyways, definitely not gonna get smacked up by these guys like I just was. I just wanted to show you that enemy. Okay, so we're gonna go this way first. So this game has many paths, and most of the paths actually kind of lead to each other. But you can choose the wrong path, and then there'll be like a door that might like be technically a shortcut, and because you chose the wrong path, the door might not open on that side, so then you have to still go all the way around. But otherwise, they do a pretty good job because this is a big world and there's a lot going on. So they do a good job, and it's hard. Like you really can die pretty easily. So yeah, they do a good job of giving you these like shortcuts that just make your gameplay, your progression a little more pleasant. Because again, this game can be hard and unforgiving, especially your first playthrough around. If you get a knife thrown at you, like I did in my back, they stick in you for a while. It's pretty funny. Oh no, you're not punching me. So I'm gonna go up here and actually do something that most people will not do their first playthrough. And you're going to experience how not only convoluted isn't even the word, just how complex this game is and how any little thing can literally be something that, like, just don't expect anything from this game. So this actually is an enemy, and we could have chose a different path, and we would have seen these enemies before we saw this dude, and they would have attacked us on sight. So then when we would have reached this guy afterwards, we would have automatically been hostile towards him and fought him. See if I can get this item really quick. But because we played this game, nope, fell down there enough times, we know that this guy's actually not hostile, and if you go behind him, he actually takes me to a secret area. And check this area out and try to remember this area. But he takes us to the secret area that ends up being a covenant area. This is how I join a covenant. There's no other way to join a covenant. Covenant's like a guild, more common, more
Well,
recent times you'd say
this
like a
pit
gang.
is for hollows, not for the likes of you sane folk. Or perhaps you are a hollow, posing as otherwise? Yes, yes, then we are just fine. It's important to know who you are. But we'll all be mad soon enough. And should you be undead, well, all the more so. Beware, the shackles of the gods are fragile. Come here to pile up your victims, for that will form your anchor. You'll see when you go mad. They'll be your family. You'll go mad one day, but not today. Take my advice. Use this bone and leave this place. This pit is for hollows, and for the occasional madman fond of piling up victims. You've better things to do, I'd hope.
Alright, so he just gave us an item. We're going to use this. Basically, this will teleport us back to the last shrine or the last bonfire we were at, without taking any souls from us, because there are other items you can use that do the same thing, but they will take items from you. Alright, so we're going to speed run past all this because we just did this. And now we will go this way. And again, you want to be careful not to really run off on too many enemies because they do follow. So if you just find yourself, if you find yourself running from enemies and they end up following you and you just come across more enemies, now you have a bunch of enemies to deal with. So pick and choose when you do run off. So I technically, I'm skipping a whole area, but I'm gonna go back. Let's go back. I don't think I can go from this way actually, so we're gonna use this. So really I got that bonfire to kind of just show you guys where that other path, the shortcut led. Otherwise you'd be confused and I would had shown you half of what I wanted to fully show you, which wouldn't have made sense. So yeah, we're gonna now go the other way, which leads us to it's gonna lead us to another area that will eventually lead us right back to where we were. But like I told you about shortcuts having doorways that you know, you can, they'll be locked on one side and not the other, so you could potentially accidentally go the wrong way and now be stuck behind a door that doesn't open. So yeah. Wow, did the one. Here's another shortcut. Wanna get scared? Oh wow. Forgot they throw that at you. So look, this is another person online right now. And they disappear. They just show you a glimpse of them. This is kind of like an Easter egg. What it does is it replenishes your health, and it'll never be there again. I used it. enemies with red eyes are a little stronger than the same enemies without red eyes. And again, I don't remember exactly every item that I'm picking up. I just know the locations of the game like the back of my hand. But I haven't mastered where like every single item is. That'd be insane. I'd be proud if I did, but oh, and death. Yo. Sheesh. The angle he's at. I was swinging right above his head. So now I have a whip, which whips are actually, whips are dope. I don't have any leveled up whips. Unfortunately, I don't have anything leveled up besides what I'm using. But I definitely should have the materials upgraded if I wanted, so I'm probably going to switch weapons soon. Oh. Why are you so eager? And again, this world is very unforgiving. No, he's gonna get away, he's gonna get away. No, got away. I'm gonna go up here more. So I wanna light this bonfire. Because these are basically our checkpoints. So as long as this is lit, if I die, I can come right back here. So in a second, you're gonna watch me fight an invader. But this is an NPC invader. Not an online player invader, but it's basically the same concept. So they would randomly summon into my world and want to fight. So now this dude is actually the same exact guy. He just did a buff, by the way. That's what you just saw. He's doing buffs. He's healing himself. But yeah, that's actually the guy we just ran into in that pit. Then I come here so I could just heal up. I killed the invader, so he won't come back. I can't go through this doorway. Just kind of pointing out that that's a thing right there. This probably would also heal me. Anybody that goes around it. Check this out. Man. Sheesh. So I'm not sure if he's my friend yet. Okay, he is my friend. If he wasn't, he would be attacking me. I have an item from the previous playthrough that you need to have in order for him to see you as an ally. By the way, it's up there. I don't know if you remember earlier, and in the last episode, where we last positioned ourselves, we saw somebody shooting a bow. Oh, that's him right there. That was very dramatic. There was a lot of clobbering, a lot of noise. Cool. Do love scythes. So now we started all the way up there where that castle is, and we made our way all the way down. So like the center of my camera, where my head is, we went all the way through there, come all the way around here. Now we're up to here. We also, let's see, came down and went all the way this way, and if you look in the center of my screen, there's like a doorway below those stairs. That's where that other bonfire is. So we reached up to there, and then we went basically where the center of my screen is to this bonfire, so that I could come this way, because like I said, some of the shortcuts only open one way. Well, realistically all of them do. So this is that door. We technically could have skipped that whole area, but I'm not going to. On top of that, this cool area. Kinda like a gimmick fight. Like these pest balls that I need to attack. So you guys want to stay? The guy who also has he's grown an extra hand. Oh, gravity. Do you recognize where we are? Mm-hmm. This time there's a bonfire. And not only is there a bonfire, look who's dead. Look who's dead. Now we're gonna go and travel to the cliff underside, which is where I originally was before I teleported to like this area to go fight this boss. You might recognize. So we have a couple of things to do here. We're also 26 minutes in, not bad, not bad. I'm gonna go down first. No, we're not, because
Aha, unkindled, are we? Welcome to my abode. I am Cornyx, an old pyromancer. A crow in his cage, as you see now. But here we are, an encounter for the ages. I hear the unkindled make for fine vessels. Care to learn some pyromancies from this old man? Ah, most wise. A chance encounter should not be squandered. To reiterate, I am Cornyx of the Great Swamp. The pleasure is mine.
bam. So as you can assume, like the rest of the friends we've made so far, they're gonna be at the Firelink Shrine. And there we can speak to him and learn pyromancy. Which, if you don't know what pyromancy is, it's magic with fire. So, where is he? So we started off down there, bonfires over there. Walked all the way around here, up there, to there, and around to here. This bridge, you remember I dropped down off right over here. Below is the bonfire. We're gonna continue down this way. I don't remember what this item is, but we're gonna grab it. And we're gonna make our way up these stairs, which these stairs are actually this is where that boss fight just was. I opened this door, so I'm just showing you guys. That is where that shortcut, or where that door opened up to. Okay, we killed mostly everything. Somebody's missing. Where is the big lady? I'm not gonna ask any questions. Is the dog missing? Okay, found the dog. There's still somebody else missing, and they would not be down here. For shit sure. This is our first experience with rats. Another group of enemies that aren't necessarily strong, but in a group, they do some damage. So they stagger you. And if you don't know what stagger means, basically means they stop you, they hit you and stop you from being able to move. Being able to dodge, being able to move in general. So now you'll see here, this brings us back up this way. Now I want to try to get that blue guy right there. So I'm staying as far away from him as I can. Nice. Again, they give you items that help you level up your weapon. So I just did that to replenish my health. Every time you do that, every time you set it a bonfire, it also brings back all of the enemies, so beware of that. Oh. Mama rat's coming in hot. Ouch. And you can, while climbing a ladder, get hit enough while on that ladder that it knocks you off the ladder. So if you're up at a high distance and you get knocked off, you're screwed. Basically, when you're on a ladder, you have stamina, and every time you get hit, you lose stamina. If you lose all of your stamina, you no longer can climb up or hold on to that ladder, so yeah. Something else that you don't want to do that I'm doing right now. Rookie move. Don't roll away from enemies. Roll into them, or unlock and try to roll behind them. Because enemies are going to be facing you and swinging like this. And if you don't time it right, when you roll away, you're just going to get hit by the next attack. But if you roll front, well, if you roll to the side or behind them, you'll miss that completely. I'm going to heal and try to show you what I mean. Did a horrible job there showing you what I mean. But in time. Okay, so I actually have an item that I can use that you wouldn't have during your first playthrough, and that is called a cat ring. So what this does is it eliminates fall damage from a certain height. You can still die if you do something too dramatic. Okay, we don't need to go this way. I'm just gonna skip it because we don't need to do it. It's not that kind of playthrough, it's not a 100%. Unfortunately, not gonna show you every single spot, including like fighting these rats. There's no point. But we can come here and find another NPC.
Who is there? Is someone there? Anyone? Oh, please, whoever you are, touch me. The dark surrounds me, nibbles at my flesh. Little creatures, they never stop biting. So please, hold out your hand and touch me. Ah, yes, there you are. So close, indeed. Then I am not entirely alone just yet. Praise the merciful gods above.
So they just gave me a gesture.
Oh, forgive me. I am Irina of Karim. I came to this land so that I might be a firekeeper. I am weak and unfit to tend the flames. But if it would not trouble you, might I enter into your service instead? Oh, thank you, sweet champion. I shall take my vows. I, Irina of Karim, solemnly swear to serve you.
Cool. So we made another friend. They actually deal with faith. So if we wanted to learn any miracles, stuff like that, we would go to them. He was guarding them.
Another one of those unkindled, are you? All you faceless undead. Behaving as if you... Now you've gone and rescued the wench. How very quaint. Pitying creatures that are beyond help. Very well. I'm sick of looking after her at any rate. I'm Egon, a knight of Karim. I am allied to you for as long as you assure the girl's safety, and only for that long.
Cool. I'll fuck you up either way. But so up there was where I knocked down that item that I told you had fell. It reset, the world reset when I sat at a bonfire. I have the item already to ring. I don't need it right now. But yeah, there's that. We're gonna continue making progression. 38 minutes in, we knocked out another mini boss. So that's cool.
Oh. Pardon me, I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegwart of Katarina. To be honest, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Have you ever walked near a white birch only to be struck by a great arrow? Well, if I'm not mistaken, they come from this tower. Whoever it is, I'm sure I can talk some sense into them. But I have to find a way up, and that's just the trouble. This lift only goes down, you see, and... Well, that doesn't get me anywhere. This lift, with a little warming up, eventually... No. I've got to use my head and think. This lift, I've got...
Okay, so I'm going to go down on this lift really quick in order to get the next bonfire, which is closer here than the last one we were at. I'm still going to do that before I fight this enemy. Check this thing out though. Super aggressive. So, luckily you can't be hurt while you're in animations like that. Whether it's doing a backstab or opening a door. So one way you can cheese this enemy by just chilling here. Waiting for him to come to you, but I didn't need to do all that. But during your first playthrough, you will feel completely underleveled when fighting that thing. So, you know, to each their own. You're not being judged. I don't think I rested at this bonfire. I lit the bonfire, I'm pretty sure, right? Sorry, got a little distracted thinking about. Yeah, I did light it, so I'll just sit real quick. Replenish my health. Some enemies do not respawn, such as bosses or Outrider Knights, which that was an Outrider Knight, and there are a couple other enemies. But yeah, they do not respawn when you reset the world. So now we're gonna go back up. Only to find that our friend is no longer here. Wonder where he could have went. I'm not gonna go down the lift. We're gonna let the lift go all the way down on its own. Now we want to do two things. Firstly, you'd want to come here. There's a couple items that you can grab, such as souls, which again, they're like currency. And as well as that, he's my friend already, but this is the giant that was shooting down there. Basically exactly where my axe tip is pointing. It's not an axe. What is this thing called? Lucerne. And if you look up there, that's where we started off in the game. We made our way all the way down that way, all the way through there, all the way around, down, through there, and now up here. You talk to homie really quick.
Anytime.
So he's saying I help anytime because we're already friends. But he would have different dialogue otherwise. So we did that. Now we're going to continue. We're going to go back down.
Oh, don't disappear like that. You have me downright worried. But thanks to you, an epiphany has struck me square in the head. I've unraveled the riddle of this inscrutable lift. On some days I begin to doubt myself. I went up the tower, so I thought, then somehow ended up here. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Anyhow, do you see that? That humongous beast? I'm no coward and I've a steady hand, but that thing makes my skin crawl. Now, think twice before you go down that road. I could try talking some sense into him. No, I think not. He's far too overheated. I've got to use my head and think.
Funny guy, funny guy. Life was nice. So there's no items this way. We are going to drop down. So,
Well, it's too late now. I, Siegward of the Knights of Catarina, fight by your side.
Nice, got a fire gem, which would infuse my weapon with fire.
That was quite a performance. But you mustn't get in over your head. We Unkindled must put our duties first. But, for the moment, we've a toast to make. To your valor. Look! Well, the only thing...
Thank you, sir. So you just gave me a Sieg Barrel, which is technically like a very weak Estus Flask, aka will heal me. So there's a bunch of items lying around behind these structures and stuff up there. I don't need any of them, so I'm just going to continue this way. Although I don't necessarily need to, I'm still going to kind of show you some points of progression. We'll see what's not good. So I had 2 dogs on me, which are very fast, not strong. Then I have these guys on me. So this is called panic rolling. And you're kind of just spamming rolling so that you try not to get hit. This was my first playthrough, I'll kill everything in sight. It's not, I'm kind of just showing you around. So, yeah. Let's walk around here real quick, see the items. Alright. Oof, that could have killed me. I could have used my cat ring and I would have been perfectly fine there. So I just got a ring and I got an armor set. Nothing over here. Now if we go over here, we're gonna see that. Recognize where we are. Oh, that thing's glitching out. So we're gonna use a homeward bone to bring us to the last bonfire we were at. But basically to my right was the tree boss fight that we just had. And now we're here. I'll go to the Firelink Shrine really quick and see if I can level up at all. We have about 12 minutes left, if even. So I probably won't even do anything towards progression because we'll have to stop and it'll just kind of be scrambled. I'd rather just kind of do it neatly. So I'm gonna go into my inventory, look at my souls. I have a bunch of souls from bosses, I'm gonna use them. Because using them gives me souls. And I can use those souls to then level up. You can also use some of these souls to create like weapons or like certain armors and stuff, but none of the ones that I have right now. Okay, so Look at this cute little soul. Jeez. Now we'll talk to her and see if we can level
Welcome
up.
home, speak. Very well, then take no.
Nice, 4 level ups. Hit you at 30. 1, 2, 3. 60's this kind of like the cap for dexterity, so we'll do that. I'm looking pretty good.
Farewell, Ashen One.
How many souls do I have left? Do I have any weapons that I kind of want to see? Might level up the Chaos Blade, but let's see what other weapons I have. We'll continue with this for right now. Where are we at? Alright, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm hoping that you're enjoying this world, the atmosphere, the enemies, the characters that we've met so far, alliances we've made. Hopefully you're having a good time. I hope that for some of you, it's your first time experiencing Dark Souls 3, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job of not spoiling everything, but also showing you guys and telling you guys about some of the lore and some spots that you might not necessarily have noticed on your first playthrough or without watching a video playthrough. So happy about that, especially with this game. Played it so many times. Yeah, much love to you all. I appreciate you like always. I hope you have a great day, a great night. You've had a great weekend, great week, whether it's at work, school. Make sure you do something that you love this week. Try to do something you love every day, whether it's play video games or get outside and go for a walk, ride a bike. Definitely try to exercise and drink lots of water. It's very healthy for you, obviously. Try to spend time with your family. Family's important. Not there forever, and you'll miss them when they're gone, so try to take advantage of that. And definitely don't forget to play Dark Souls 3. I will see you guys very shortly in the next video. Thank you all for being here. Much love. Your boy Venice. Out.